Can a bookkeeper really be a CFO advisor? Short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, and a very good one. Before we get into what makes a bookkeeper a good CFO advisor, I need to talk about why so many bookkeepers are even considering it. You see, bookkeepers are quickly becoming an endangered species. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 25% of all bookkeepers have disappeared in the last 20 years. 1 in 4 gone. And you would think that would lead to less competition and thus higher fees. But that's not the case. In fact, once you account for inflation, bookkeeping fees are down 18% over the last 10 years. This is because between outsourcing and software automation, there are plenty of cheaper alternatives. So what's a bookkeeper to do? Stuck in an industry that's already undervalued and commoditized, which will only get worse. The only choice is to leverage what you know and try something better. Which leads us to the question at the start of this video. Can a bookkeeper really be a good CFO advisor? Yes, they actually make great CFO advisors. And there are 2 major reasons for that. And then might not be all what you expect. Let's talk about that. The first reason a bookkeeper can make a great CFO advisor is that bookkeepers understand financials better than they think. And as a bookkeeper, you probably don't have a CPA or an EA or some other accreditation, but you do have experience working with those types of businesses that are ideal for CFO advisory services. You closed a lot of books. You've seen a lot. In fact, if you compare what you know to what your clients know, you'd be surprised by the knowledge gap. This is because most bookkeepers overestimate everyone's financial literacy. You think because you understand it, your clients understand it too. And that's not really true. Bookkeepers are also very prone to imposter syndrome and self-doubt. Bookkeeping is undervalued and commoditized. So you've started to think of yourself in that way. But the truth is, you are among the highest percentiles when it comes to financial knowledge. You know your stuff. When your clients ask you a question about their financials, you can explain it to them in a way they understand. And that's the first thing that a CFO advisor needs to do to be great. You need to be able to take complex financial data and translate it into a language your client understands. And the second reason a bookkeeper can make a good CFO advisor is that as a whole, bookkeepers are generally empathetic, especially to other business owners. Most bookkeepers own their own business. You, watching this, probably own your own business. You understand the stress that it brings. So when you see your clients struggling, you can sympathize. When they succeed, you can feel their elation, and you understand all the emotions that come in between. The emotional connection is the most significant bond of trust between you and your clients. You see, at the end of the day, business owners really just want someone they trust to tell them what to do to have a growing and successful business. That's it. That's all a CFO advisor really does. Now ask yourself, how much of that are you already doing for your clients? Fractional CFO, CFO advisory, productized CFO services, outsourced advisory services. These terms are getting thrown about a lot. You've probably heard them and thought to yourself, I'm just a bookkeeper, I can never do that. But it's because you're thinking about the wrong type of CFO. You can't be the CFO for a Fortune 500 company tomorrow. But the clients you're already working with, you're more qualified than you think. A CFO advisor is simply someone who helps their clients have a growing and successful business. You can do this by interpreting financial data into clear advice that your clients understand and can act upon. If they trust you and you understand their goal, then the partnership only works better. Bookkeepers are disappearing at an alarming rate. The entire industry is changing. Soon it will be completely disrupted by automation, software, and AI. So the real question isn't, can a bookkeeper be a CFO advisor? What you should be asking yourself is, can I not afford to be a CFO advisor? Thanks for watching this video. The team here at the CFO Project has put together some free resources just for accountants, bookkeepers, and tax professionals who are interested in providing CFO advisory service. Click the link below or go to thecfoproject.com/YouTube. See you in the next one.